Welcome everyone. We're going to start out with the drawing. All right, I'm just typing a message here. I don't know if anybody will read it. But if you do, more power to you. How's everybody doing? We're going to start this evening by a drawing. So I'm pretty excited about that. How are you, Desiree? Hi, Art and Tarot by D. And this is exciting. I'm going to wait for a few more people to come on. I got this really cool handmade. I love going to arts and craft places and getting handmade. This is carved out of a tree. And he left the rough bark on it and made a bowl. It was perfect for having a drawing. So I'm still stirring the names around. I got even the last minute people. You're in here. Now what I'm doing tonight is your upcoming week by your astrology sign. So this way we're going to start with Aquarius and go all the way through all 12 signs and end up with Capricorn, okay? And what I'm going to tell you, and I've got this really cool dice I'm going to roll, and that's going to tell me a little bit about, for numerology, what you have, what the best things are for you to do in this next coming week. So this is going to be a pretty exciting evening. I do a lot of tarot numerology forecasts, or I did in the past, where I use both tarot and numerology, which is what we can do tonight. So I'm pretty excited about this, and I'm glad that you're all here. So let's see who we all have here. We've got Grow Flower for the Bees. Hello, Desiree, Art and Tarot by D. And we've got Ange M and Amanda and Shanika. Okay, so the readings I'm doing tonight are forecasts. So this is forecasting what your next upcoming week is going to be by your astrology sign. So that's what I'm doing tonight. But I will jump on and do readings, within a week. I'll be doing free readings again. There's two Desirees in here. Miss Carter and Miss Friedel, or Friedel. Hello, Jojo Bean and Aaron and Kelly Taylor. Kelly Taylor, we're doing tonight what is in store for you next week. So it's possible if you're going to have a relationship in the next week that could possibly come up. Does my shirt have a horse on it? Always, because I have horses. And I've had horses since I was young. I think I'll always have horses. One of these days I should do a live show if I can ever figure out how to do a live from my mobile phone on YouTube. I will do a live show in front of my horses, in the horse pasture with my horses, because they're hilarious. Okay, so let me see what's going on here. We're going to do the drawing. Hi, Kalina. All right, so I'm going to put this under here. As you can see, I cannot see the names, and we're going to have 5 winners. Now, let me give you instructions. If your name is called, and of course, if you're not on here tonight, I will get a hold of you by leaving a comment for you. But I'm also going to type my email in, and you can email me, and then it's tfrog11@yahoo.com. Winners email me, okay? And I will give you my phone number, and you are going to get a free phone reading from me. Absolutely 100% positively free. And it's a 1-question free reading. So this is how you can do it. The winners, you email me at tfrog11@yahoo.com. So we should have a drum roll here, except I don't know how to do special effects. Wait a minute, maybe I do. That probably sounded horrible on the mic. All right, so here I am. And we got our first winner here. And let's be happy for all the winners. Let's all be happy for all the winners. Winner number 1 is Craig Davis. Craig Davis, you're winner number 1. Congratulations, Craig Davis. All right, winner number 2. I'm reaching in here. I love this wooden bowl. Now, you guys don't know me very well because, I'm fairly new to here, but you know that I'm going to keep these names in the basket and that you'll have chances to win. Sierra H, winner number 2. Winner number 3, reaching down in here. Drum roll again. Kelly Ewalt. Kelly Ewalt is the next winner. Congratulations, Kelly Ewalt. So far, we have Craig Davis, Sierra H, and Kelly Ewalt. Drawing down in here. Now, remember, I keep names. So all of you that got into this drawing, oh my God, this is a big, long name. This is Celeste Angel Perry Bryant. That's a lot. Congratulations to you. And the last winner out of here is going to be this one here. And this is going to be Sheila Vasquez. Sheila Vasquez. And then I'm keeping the bowl because if I decide I'm going to do another drawing next week, y'all have your name back in there. The winners will not go back in, but the rest of you who didn't win will have a chance to win again because your names are going to be kept in there. So here we have our winners, just in case they check in later. Kelly Ewalt, Shelly Vasquez, Celeste Angel Perry Bryant, Craig Davis, and Sierra H. All winners, free readings. Email me for a free reading by phone. You can hear my voice. And that is going to be awesome. So tonight we're going to go through the signs to find out what do you need to know about next week. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling a dice here, or in some cases I might do a white dice. And why do I do this? Because it's going to tell me what numerology number is going to be applicable for you, because I'm going to use both tarot and numerology. And then when this is done, I'll go back and I'll edit it by the sign. So anybody join later. So if you want to join future readings, you type drawing in all capital letters. And you guys, guess what I'm doing for December? All right, you're not going to believe this. Just hold on to your chair right now. I'm going to mail a metaphysical divination mystery box. So you're going to get it in the mail, a metaphysical mystery divination box. It's going to be like nothing you've ever seen. So you need to get in for December's drawing because I'm going all out for you guys, all out. So that's coming up. Now, Aquarius. If you're an Aquarius, you're January 21st to February 19th. So Aquarius people tend to be friendly. They're ruled by their mind. They're honest, loyal. Now, if they get unbalanced, then they can be, a little unpredictable. And so we're going to first do what number. So this is the cycle of 7. And so for numerology, for the cycle of 7 coming up next week, which starts on October 21st, those of you who are Aquarius, I should put, no, this is Aries. Aquarius. I should get big signs to put here. You can't even really read that very well. I'm going to get big signs to do these. So I can put a big sign so everybody knows that I'm on Aquarius right now. Don't you think I should do that? Get a big sign, get a little bit more organized. You know what? Before I do that though, let's see if you guys like these. If you like these weekly predictions, if they're helpful. If you don't like them, just say, I don't care for those. And then, we won't do so many of them. But for a cycle number 7 coming up this week, is a time to go inward, all right? So it's a time to work on your intuition. You might have more synchronicities. And while I'm talking about that, I'm going to draw a couple of tarot cards to see what is coming up in your guys' week that you have to pay attention to. So the Two of Swords means you're going to be taking an emotional break. And there's the Death card. Don't be worried by these. This just means that the little bit of frustrations that you're going to have, no wonder the numerology cycle is here. So if you have, a few challenges next week, you're just going to take kind of a time out. And this is the challenge card. So there's going to be a few challenges. Now, usually when challenges come up, it's because I'm looking for my pointer. Every week I look for my pointer. Because this just means that some of the things that were supposed to get done haven't been done. So you'll drag out your project list and most likely, try to chisel away at it. But 7 also emphasizes research, like doing research, and it's driven by the mind. So next week, you guys can expect that you might get a sign that there's a different path for you to go down. The Death means something's going to be ending, but it's a major card. So it might just be starting next week and not finishing. And sometimes the 5 of Wands means meet your challenges with enthusiasm instead of like dread. It just means, okay, this is a challenge, but this gives me a chance to work my brain. Speaking of numerology, 7 is all about the brain and the thinking mind. So next week, you guys are going to be thinking big time. You're going to be tackling some challenges. You're going to be taking some time out. And you might even, try meditation or something like that, because it's definitely a 7 vibration for you guys next week, which is all about going inside yourself. All right. Now, this is a week that can move kind of slowly, starting out with the Two of Swords, all right? The Two of Swords is not something that happens quickly. And the same with the Death. There's a new path being laid out for you. You're not fully aware of it yet, but it's going to involve some other people. So don't panic. This is a week next week that you could feel a little bit lost, maybe Monday, Tuesday, but by Wednesday, things are going to turn around. And by Wednesday, I feel like you're going to have conquered quite a few things that you wanted to conquer. Oh, look at this. By Wednesday, you've got a work situation completely turning around and working out for you guys. So Aquarius, you guys have got, look at this, 10 of Cups. Okay, you guys only really have Monday and Tuesday of frustrations. Starting Wednesday, 10 of Cups is happy family. This is good times at work. You have a lot of things to look forward to next week. And the Chariot is you're developing willpower, all right? So some of you are developing willpower, which means you're going to be able to accomplish things like if you wanted to tackle like unhealthy eating, or you want to start exercising, or you want to start a healthy habit. I'm going to say Thursday to Friday would be good times for you guys to do that. I'm also seeing that some of you Aquarians are going to have a relationship turn around. One that was struggling is actually going to turn around, and you're going to have a lot better communication with that relationship. So it's going to take a turn for the best, like a deeper relationship. So I am now on Aries, and Aries is March 21st to April 20th, your birthdays. Aries people are leaders, right? They're leaders. And you guys are in a 6 for numerology cycles. So I'll be giving you information about the number 6 for a numerology cycle. Now, Aries are like leaders, and they're enthusiastic, confident, dynamic people. They can be selfish and quick-tempered if they are not balanced. And I'm going to grab a different deck. You're in a numerology cycle 6 for next week, according to the dice in just the reading. Wow. You guys get Hangman. And that's a major card. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to have an incredible week if you guys are the sign of Aries. All right. So for one thing, I like to tell people, I like to incorporate numerology because it's action-based, okay? So as number 6 for numerology, accept that you don't have to take on all the responsibilities. So some of you guys, will be doing too much for people. Don't do that. Don't give everything. Let people be self-reliant. This is a time for unique things to happen this year, things of the heart, and pay attention to the family and the marriage and crafts or anything that is creative. Now, this can be a week where if your relationship is going to work, you'll definitely know it. Or if it's not going to work, you'll definitely know it, okay? Because love cannot be sold, bought, or manipulated. So failure to understand this can make your love life a little challenging, okay? So now this is also a week for you guys to let go of people that, that don't really make you happy. This would be people that break promises all the time. Now, in a 6-week, health and healing are important. So this, again, just like the Aquarius people, you guys, Aries, start paying attention to your health. And be careful of colds next week, okay? For some of you, you have to be careful with the temperature changes. So this is for Aries. This is a general reading for what you have to look forward to next week. Now, the Hangman tells me that you don't want to take a lot of action next week, okay? Like big decision action, okay? The Hangman means, hey, let's just hang for next week, see what happens. It looks like a king is going to influence you. Now, the king can be a boss. It can be a spouse. It can be somebody who's in a leadership. Somebody lost the feed. What does that mean when you lose the feed? Does that mean you lose the chat? Because one time I accidentally hid the chat, and I was like, "Duh, where'd the chat go?" I didn't realize that you can hide the chat and then unhide the chat. All right. And then we've got the king influencing you guys for the Aries. We've got the king, and the king's watching this suspension. In other words, this king might be pushing you for action, but you're going to say, I think that I just need to hang out here. So don't let anyone pressure you into making a decision next week, Aries people. Now, Aries people usually are not pressured in anyway. You can't pressure them. But look at what's coming from Spirit. You've got somebody's going to get money. Like you guys, you might want to Aries people next week, you're going to be lucky with money. So this is going to be your time to either be frugal, save, look for Christmas bargains. This is a time where you guys can really save money. Now, some of you are going to find out that somebody's getting married because see, there's a wedding thing here. So some of you either could be talking about getting married with your partners. There could be talk of getting married. News, because this is the card about news of getting married. So there's some kind of a partnership thing here. And then also for some of you Aries next week, you're going to be making money on the side. And maybe you decided to join Pampered Chef or something and it never took off. Well, guess what? Retry it again. Because you guys are going to have an opportunity to have side money come in. And that is a good thing. Now, while I'm doing these, if there's any Aries people there and you have direct questions about some of this information for next week, I have an interactive show, and so you guys get to talk. So you can ask. When I bring your sign up, you can ask about, am I getting some echo? Thank you. Because sometimes my mic does an echo thing. So that way you can interact on this and it won't be just me talking at you like some of the signs are. The next one is Pisces. Pisces is February 20th to March 20th, all right? These are imaginative, creative, compassionate, kind people. They're very psychic. When they're not balanced, they can be sarcastic and easily led astray. And for any of you guys, how many people do we have Pisces? In fact, if I read the sign, let me know if you are the sign out there. So this is Pisces. And we're going to do a number for you. Your cycle, oops, I rolled it and that counts. Your cycle is a 4. So we're going to talk to you about, and now the rest of you, I want you to also listen in to these other signs because the numerology cycles will apply to anyone born on the 4th. So you guys can listen to these cycles even if it's not your own sign, because you can learn numerology through this. So those of you who are Pisces, next week's about work, organizing things, getting your finances ready, getting your car up to date, the oil changes, the tire pressures. This is also a week not to deny your feelings, because if you deny your feelings next week, you're going to feel weak, okay? So let your feelings come out and be expressed. And this is also a practical week, so doing practical things. If you wanted to clean out clutter or clean out your drawers. So this is also pessimism defeated. So next week, if you've been in a pessimistic or negative mode, next week will give you a chance to get out. So this is a week where it's like law and order, like where you are definitely having goals, write things down, get things done, plan travels, organize things, and take an honest look at what's holding you back. That's all action-based things that you guys can do being Pisces. Am I still echoing? I don't know. Let me see. Let me try something. Let me just look and see if I have more than one mic turned on. Hello? Let me see if I can turn this one off. Okay. Did the echo stop? I turned off a mic, because I might have had two mics going. Okay. It's all right if it keeps happening. No, I hate echoing. If I re-listen to this, it will just drive me crazy. Because I can't stand to listen to an echo. But I don't know if it's my mic, because I bought a brand new mic because my other one was echoing. So I think it must be either I think it's either an OBS setting that I'm not catching. Just a second. Let me see. Let me try something else here. Okay. I turned off 2 extra mics. I'm probably going to turn off my own sound, and then you'll be like, we can't hear you. All right, so we're going through the signs. We're talking about Pisces, and we're going to pull a tarot card now, a couple tarot cards. So next week, this is the Page of Cups. And this is an important, oh my God, you guys are going to be in love next week. This is going to be doing things you love. Paying attention if you're young, like if you're in your 20s, it's doing things you love, falling in love, getting signs about love. You guys are going to be all about love next week. And for some of you, this is going to be a big change, because this is transition. Now, this is a major, so I never expect major. Did it get fixed? Oh my God, thank you. You guys are great. I love every one of you. You give me feedback. You guys are awesome. Yes, next week I'm going to do free readings just randomly, but I don't do them every week because I want to try different things on my page. So you guys have to give me feedback if you like these, but I'm going to timestamp these, and you guys look at these forecasts, and if you look at the numerology side, and if you listen to that, and you do the things that I say, you're going to be living in harmony with your numbers of next week, and things are going to go way, way better for you. So you guys get creative. Art, paint, draw, write, journal. Focus on your love. If your love's not great, make it great. What can you do to make your love great? Do you guys know the best thing you can do is determine, number one, if your love life has any deal breakers, right? If there's, in other words, if you didn't want someone who's, who's a narcissist, or they're mean to you all the time, or they have a drinking problem or an addiction, if that's a deal breaker for you, then recognizing that and not getting into the mode of that. But if it's not a deal breaker, then try to love that person unconditionally. Do everything you can to love that person unconditionally. Now, next week, you guys, for Pisces, you're going to have a door, something crash down. In other words, there's going to be something that you're going to definitely realize, hey, this isn't working. I'm breaking free. And look at the beautiful outside land here. So you're going to get a chance to break free out of something that does not serve you. And Pisces, you guys, that couldn't come at a better time. It could not come at a better time than next week. So you guys were in numerology. I have not done Libra yet. I got these in order starting with January going all the way to December. That's how I put them into order. So the next one, we have April. So I started in January and I'm going through to April. So we're in Taurus. We are in Taurus now. Yeah, we just finished Pisces. And Taurus is April 22nd to May 21st, okay? Do we have any Taurus people out there? I'm going to spin the dice to see what numerology cycle you're on. And what are you guys? This is 12. This is a 12-sided dice. You guys are 5s. You guys are 5. So we're going to do the numerology first because I think the numerology piece of it is important. So the numerology means for Taurus people, this is best activities for you to do next week. Freedom, change, adventure, new learning experiences, diversity, travel, experiencing different cultures. You now stand at a cycle where you want more freedom next week. So next week, take time off, take a personal day, do something that, allows you to have some sense of fun. Okay. And then hit the highway, right? Travel, because 5s, even if you just go on a day trip, that is wonderful for next week. So pay attention to your feelings next week. If you have a sense that something's not bringing you joy, check into that, all right? Now, next week, 5s can bring chain reactions. So kind of like if it rains, it pours. So if you create good things next week, you'll create more good things. If you create negative experiences, you'll create more negative. It's a chain event week for you, all right? So one of the biggest mistakes that you could make next week is giving up on something that you wanted to have the opportunity to experience. So if you've wanted to experience something and you just say, well, I give up, I'm never going to have it, that is a big mistake. So next week, you guys don't have to do it, but make plans to do something that you thought you could never do. It's a great week for that. So loosen up, take advantage of the freedom that 5 offers you and the resilience, and you guys will be great. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards to see what the tarot is saying that your week will be. So hello, all the Taurus people. Welcome, welcome. Oh my God, you guys are going to be rich. This is building wealth. So for you guys, for Taurus, for next week, how about start an investment plan, savings plan? How many of you have a Christmas account? And don't forget, if you want to make more money, you have to give a certain percentage away. This is, I understand the church, had whatever they called that, whatever they called a certain percentage of your income. But this just means to be really wealthy, you have to keep a giving heart. So you don't have to give all your wealth away, but a tiny little percent give to people. And even if you don't give money away, give your time, give something away. It's so you're going to be building money in a variety of ways. You're going to be thinking, you're going to be making money when you sleep. Then you might have a side job. Then you might have investments. Somebody might gift you money. This 10 of Pentacles means next week is your opportunity to plant the seeds for wealth. Also, you're either helping someone or someone's going to help you. And I'm tending to notice something with the housing. Some of you are going to have a housing situation come up where you're thinking, really, I don't know if I want to live here. And so there's just getting the desire that maybe you want to move, even if you got everything settled there. It just feels like there's moving energy here. And then this is that you guys don't want to engage in fighting next week. Do everything you can not to fight with people, all right? So walk away. You're the ones walking away. They might want to verbally fight. Now, this can be internet fighting because this is the swords. So this can be over the airways. You don't want to fight next week, okay? Do everything you can not to fight next week. So you guys have, now, this can also be important context. See how they're talking to them? You might make some very important connection next week, Taurus people. And you guys are patient and reliable people. You are the ones that can actually build up your money one step at a time, and you're patient enough to wait for it to happen. You don't need that instant wealth. So congratulations, Taurus. You guys are in for a really fun week. So now we're going to talk about Gemini. Gemini is May 22nd, and that goes to June 21st, and your number cycle is 2. Your numerology cycle is 2. And if you guys have any questions as you go along, I'll try to catch them on here. So hi, Nina. How is everybody doing? So Your numerology cycle is 2. Let's go talk about what a 2 cycle is, because you guys are going to be so excited what you can do in a 2 cycle. So in a 2 cycle, it's kind of slows down a little bit, but it's about partnership and patience and cooperation. It's a little more sensitive, all right? And it's a great week to do psychic work, but slowly. So don't expect that you're going to do anything quickly. Slow down. Try to accept the hand you've been dealt with, okay? So in other words, accept your life where you are for next week and just be patient and know that intuition is going to give you insights. Let go of your stress by letting your emotions flow freely. We can all benefit for that. Now, for those of you who are ill right now, it's because you didn't let your emotions flow and your adrenal systems were compromised because you were under stress. So anyone who's ill right now, take advantage of the number 2 energies. Calm down, think peace. It's all going to work out. Try not to get aggressive next week, all right? So just imagine yourself cooperating with people, having increased intuition, trying to build the correct patience and timing. Everything happens as it should. So this is the emphasis of next week of warmth and affection. You're going to need more hugs, more kisses, more love, more compliments. This is what you're going to need. Your sister's a Gemini? All right, we're going to pull some cards and see what kind of week Geminis are going to have. So Geminis are adaptable people. They're very adaptable. It's the sign of the twins, and look what we have here. Isn't that funny? They're intellectual, youthful, lively. Now they can be nervous, okay? When they're not balanced, they can be nervous. But they're great communicators. Oh, you guys are going to have an interesting week. Number 1, be careful with your finances, okay? Because for those of you who have trouble with your finances, don't spend next week. Have a no spend next week rule. You can't click spend. You can't go shopping. You have to have a week to where you can let this financial crisis thing settle down. Now, this is the Page of Swords, interested in a group. So you might become interested in joining a group. You might find a new Facebook group or just a group that has something in common with you. So you guys, for Gemini, are going to have group energy next week, which is very exciting, all right? And this is the page with new ideas. You're going to come up with a lot of new ideas. Now, see this tower in the back? Some of you are going to have a work opportunity to make more money. They could ask you for overtime, something like that. And I would take it. I would take it, especially if you're having financial situations. So for Geminis, tight with your money, join a group. And generally speaking, I'm thinking you guys are going to have a happy week next week. Are you having a hailstorm? That's bizarre. Where is that? A hailstorm? That is really weird. Thank you, Art and Tarot D. So once I make you an admin, are you always the admin? You don't have to be the admin if you don't want to be the admin. So just let me know if because I don't want you stuck forever being admin, because that would be horrible. Okay, so the next one up is Cancer. And the Cancer people are very, they have the number 1. Yeah, you have the number 1 cycle. So the Cancer people are emotional, loving, intuitive, imaginative. Now, if they're on the dark side, they can be shrewd and moody. Who can't be, right? They can be clingy and unable to let go, but they are very protective of their loved ones, and they have a great imagination. Oh, we have a Cancer. Jojo Bean's a Cancer. Cancer cusp. Heath is a Cancer cusp. In Fort Worth, it was 86 degrees. Oh my gosh. Yeah, don't worry if you don't catch all my lives. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, and I don't know how to unmake you, and I think I clicked the 3 dots to make you not an admin, I think. So and M is a Cancer. Okay, you guys. All right, you Cancer people. Pay attention because you're under numerology cycle 1. Are you ready? Cycle 1. And this is an interesting week for you to have on cycle 1, because next week is about new beginnings, becoming independent. And this is no matter how familiar things see or that you think your life is, a cycle 1 starts brand new. So next week, brand new. This is your chance to start anything new, all right? It's new goals, new understandings about who you are. It's a greater self-awareness. You're going to be learning originality. You know, you're going to have unique talents show up. This is the greatest week ever for Cancer people, all right? So you're going to start out by accepting that maybe something in your life needs to change. You're going to develop a better sense of self-worth, listen to your feelings and your intuition, and then start a plan for creating a whole new you. Now, don't worry if doubts creep in, because that's totally natural, but you'll tackle them next week. So it's a time to break out of old routines. All right, you can make drastic change next week. A 1 week will totally support you in that. Remember to stay flexible. Stay flexible. Start fresh and decide what new direction you're going to go in. Surround yourself with free-thinking people who don't judge you. That's going to be one of the most important things you can do, Cancer people, for next week. All right? So we're going to pull I'm trying to use different decks with the signs. So this time I've got Gilded Tarot, and we're going to see what the Cancer people need to know about next week. Ooh, you guys get Temperance. It's about balancing things, right? Everything in moderation. And she is also very creative. Oh, you guys got the Fool. Okay, so you guys are already on 2 major cards, which is pretty interesting. So some of you guys will have pay attention to some minor medical things, the 7 of Pentacles. And the Fool just means, look at all the astrology symbols around, and we're doing the astrology symbols tonight. Some of you might dive into your astrology charts, find out what your signs are and what your cycles are. The Temperance is about balance. So it just means that get enough sleep, but work enough. So in other words, don't have too much downtime or active time. This also comes with put technology away for a while and get out into the earth. Get out and do some physical activity. See how the Fool is kind of dancing and skipping, and this 7 of Pentacles is out in nature. Now, you guys are also going to be able to build wealth next week. You're going to have some new opportunity. So be sure, see the baskets for collecting things. Collect money. Some of you don't have that concept. Like, how do I collect money? Start a piggy jar. Start putting change in there. And then don't spend it. When the piggy jar gets full, that goes into a savings account. So this is a thing that start next week on saving, and you guys you can build wealth literally piggy jar at a time, and you can have quite a sum of money there over the years if you are consistent. Now, it also tells you next week to take a leap of faith, right? Take a leap of faith. Do something that you have not done before. Drive a different way to work. It takes the brain and puts it on a different level. And the Temperance, this, I feel like you guys are going to focus on not really your weight, but how you feel. Okay, so it's not really about how much you weigh, but it's about how you feel. So if you're a little bit overweight, but you can do everything you want and you're healthy, then I'm going to say don't worry about it. And that's your Cancer for next week. Now we're to Leo. Leo people, what sign, what numerology pattern are you on? You guys are on 4. You guys are on numerology 4. So we're going to quickly cover what you should do in the 4 pattern. A 4 is organization, having a vision. It's like being the manager of your own life, okay? It's a time for you to fully express your feelings and not hold anything in. Now, it's also a time where you're going to have a stronger willpower, all right? And you're going to be more serious next week. So it's you still can be optimistic, but you're going to be more serious and more into where your long-term goals are going to be. So this is about laying the foundation down for your future. So even though this is only for 1 week reading, if you guys actually take an honest look at where you are and then make a plan for the future, you're going to be amazed. Thank you, Jojo Bean. You're going to be amazed. How many Leos do we have out there? Leo is an exciting, they're generous, they're warm-hearted, they're creative, enthusiastic people. They can get bossy if they get unbalanced, and they can get intolerant. But overall, they are fun people to have in your life. Everybody needs a Leo in their life. So Leos, here's your tarot card. Oh my gosh, look at you. You're going to be successful. You're going to be happy, successful, riding your high horse. You're going to be admired by people. You know what? If any of you guys do readings or anything social media, you're going to be successful next week. This is the time to let yourself shine. Point out all your good points, all your talents. Because Leo, you have a lot of them. You're enthusiastic. You like to move. Next week is moving. Get your body moving. Dance, walk, run. Start an exercise program. And guess what? It's also a week about having fun with friends. 3 of Cups is getting out with group energy. Now, some of you guys are going to have knee pain. I feel knee pain. So some of you can't get out and run and dance because I feel like one of your knees is a little bit weak. And I want to tell you to watch the shoes you're wearing. I feel like something you're wearing in your shoe or your shoes are making yourself walk a little crooked, and it's causing a little bit of knee and hip pain. But mostly knee. So you guys, some of you are going to have to be careful of your knees. But this is also doing shadow work. Look at the things that bother you next week and take care of that. Take care of, like, say, this bothers me, and then say, why does this bother me? Why is this a trigger? Now, this is also collecting fruits and vegetables. So this card reminds me that it would be good for you guys to collect fruits and vegetables. Like, look at what's in your refrigerator and make sure you have enough fruits and vegetables next week in your refrigerator. Now, some of you, the wind is going to be a factor, and some of your plans are going to be canceled because of weather. I feel high winds for some people. But mainly, you guys are going to have, these 3 cards are fantastic. You are absolutely going to have a fantastic week for the Leo people. Now we're on to the Virgos. You know what Virgos are? Virgos are modest. How many Virgos do we have out there? What did this land on? Oh, I don't know what this landed on. I'm going to use the white. I can see it better. All right, number 6. So the Virgos, they're meticulous. They can be a little bit shy. They're practical. They're intelligent. They're analytical. When they get unbalanced, they can worry too much and they can overeat and they can bite their fingernails. Sometimes Virgos have habits like that. So in the number 6 week for the cycle, this is a very loving cycle. Do something to make your house beautiful. So let's say your house is a disaster like mine. Then just pick one room and make it beautiful. So next week, take advantage of the 6 and bring beauty and organization into your house, all right? So now, this is also a week for you to help other people and respond with love. So when somebody comes to you with a crisis, instead of trying to solve it, just be there for them. You don't have to always give them advice. So next week, you're going to be more evolved. You might have a few more responsibilities because sometimes a 6 means that you have to take care of things. You know, you've got to run the errands that need to be run and get the things done at work, like finish the projects you put out. And also, this is a week to work on long-term friendships and marriages. Long-term friendships and marriages. Your emotions next week could run hot, then cold, then hot, then cold. Just know that that's normal in a 6 vibration cycle. So don't pay too much attention about that. Now, you also will go through and have more tolerance for people. You're going to notice that in the past, you might have been less tolerable, but next week, you're going to be more tolerable. You're also going to have a chance for education next week. So Virgo or Virgo cusp or Virgo rising, you guys are all going to have, those are some actions that you can expect. Oh my goodness, look at this. We've got the Justice. So next week, you're going to take a situation that's not fair and make it a little bit more fair. And then you've got the Hangman, which means that you're just going to kind of have to wait. You're going to hang out there. And like I said, in the 6th cycle, you're going to pay attention to relationships. Now, for the women next week, you're going to be super fertile, so be careful. Virgo women, better use birth control because your eggs are coming out like 2 at a time. I mean, you got to be careful, or some of you could end up having an unexpected pregnancy. So be aware, Virgos, for next week. The Hangman is about seeing a situation from another perspective, and it's also about creativity, bringing some creativity into your life. And that means in all areas of your life, creativity into your work, in your relationships, into your house. All areas of your life can be creative. And this is the thinking card. So this means that you might be given some very tough projects next week. Some of you Virgos might just have to do it. And yes, sometimes your employers will give you more work than the others, and you'll think, well, this isn't fair. But you know what? Next week is a week not to complain about that. Whatever they give you, I would just go ahead and do that and accept the additional responsibility, because the rest of these cards means that there will be rewards for those of you who do that. So Virgos, you're going to have a week where, you could have decisions to make here. You could weigh out your options and make a decision. And it will be a decision that's based on your highest and best interest. Some of you Virgos are going to go down a spiritual path, and you're going to have a woman guide that's going to come in, and she's going to send you signs. So some of you Virgos, you're going to pay attention, because you're going to get signs from the other side, from guides. We are already up to Libra. Oh my gosh, Libra people. Libras are great. Capricorn, that is in December, so that's going to be the last one. So if you want to go get yourself a drink of water. Did you hit your knee? Oh, I hate hitting my knee. It's the most painful thing in the world. Who's going to be Libra's numerology is going to be 5. So the cycle of Libras next week, which is starts October 21st. You guys are going to be, what did I say? 5. So you guys are going to be more adventurous next week and take risks. Not, big risks, but be willing for the plans to change. Be willing to go in a new direction. Don't have any resistance to, things next week. And if you do, pay attention to why you're having resistance. It's a week to build your courage, which, Libras don't really have a problem with that. In fact, Libras are very diplomatic. They're romantic, charming, easygoing, sociable people. On the dark side, they can be indecisive. But overall, they're very fair people. So when you guys make mistakes, just move on from it next week, because the mistakes that you make next week are going to teach you. It's experience that teaches you, not being perfect, okay? So loosen up. You're going to loosen up next week. And, oh my God, you guys, remember I told the last sign to worry about conception? Well, guess what? Conception most often happens when a 5 energy is active. So guess what? You guys get the same warning. All right, here's your tarot cards. How many Virgos do we have out there? Yeah, if you like these videos, like and subscribe, and you'll get notifications. And be sure to check out all my pick 3s, because I have a blast doing those. King of Cups. So you've got a male that's going to influence your week. Everybody's going to be in love next week. What's going on with the Ace of Cups? You guys are going to be in love, independent, money, now she makes, the 9 of Pentacles is the wealthiest woman in the deck, and she makes good decisions, but she's patient, and she takes her time to build her wealth. And these roses are desires. She's also got the Falcon. She's got a higher vision for her life. So Libras, next week, you are going to be visionaries. You're going to not only think, how can I make more money? How can I be wealthy? So that's what you guys are going to think about next week. Not only just making your bills. No, you're going to talk about wealth, and you are going to be in love. You are going to think about love, take action in love, overflow with love, do things you love. Now, warning, 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 warning. Don't be getting drunk next week. It won't be good for you. It won't be good for you to get drunk next week. This is not good. He's got a drink. There's turbulent water. So if you go out, drink sensibly next week. That's your warning for next week. You're going to have a big heart. So that means that you're going to be compassionate toward people who need it. You might volunteer. Some of you might be volunteering next week. And some of you might actually want to be near water, because there's 2 water cards here. So you might go hiking near water, or be near the water. It'll be very soothing for you. Spirit is going to communicate a message to you next week. So Libras, be sure to pay attention to that, because when that message comes, you'll definitely want to take action on it. You guys, when Spirit gives you a message and you take action on it, it's always a good thing. And guess what? Because you guys hung up to the end, I'm going to do another drawing. See, you guys never know when I'm going to bring out the drawing bowl, and I'm just did. So we're going to have another winner. And this is for a free reading. And who is it going to be? Amy Della Pena. Amy Della Pena. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Can't get my camera to focus on it. Amy Della Pena. You are another winner. Woo, ooh, ooh, ooh. All right. Scorpio. This is an intense sign. The Scorpio is October 24th to November 22nd, okay? They are determined, forceful, emotional, intuitive, powerful, passionate, exciting, and magnetic people. Who's a Scorpio out there? When they are on the dark side or unbalanced, they can be jealous and resentful and compulsive. Now, for the Scorpios, your cycle is going to be a 5 also. What's with all the 5 cycles? So I'll pick out some different information for them. So the elements of being in a 5-week are in the fast lane. Everything that you're going to do is fast. You're going to set out confidently, set some goals, and do them. It's action-packed next week. So set your sights high and experience what you can create. Now, 5s are not about rules and regulations, so don't get stuck too much trying to figure out rules and regulations and play head games. All that stuff will backfire you in a 5-year. So it reminds you to take care of your body next week. So respect it, heal it, strengthen it. You guys who are Scorpios, get out there and work out next year. Love your next week. Love your body. Sex, it's going to be increased for you guys. Scorpios love sex. You're going to have sex. Sexual energy is going to be all-time high next week. All right. Now just don't overindulge. But you also don't want to become scattered or spread yourself too thin, okay? So stay focused on what you want to change and take action. So recognize what in your life has become stagnant, because a 5-week is all about getting rid of stagnancy and moving on. And so we're going to pull cards to see what your week is going to bring, Scorpio. Do we have any Scorpios here? You guys have the 4 of Swords, and this is about getting enough rest, okay, and not worrying. You guys are going to not worry next week. Hang your worries on the wall. And then you guys are, is it just me, or are we getting a lot of kings this week? So this king is taking charge of your life. So you're going to worry less, and you're going to take charge of something in your life. Now, the King of Wands, Scorpios, could be to pay attention to your intuition And there's the Empress, and she's of course sensual and sexy, and of course, you know, that's interesting, they put the astrology symbol around her also. So that just means the planets are going to be working for you next week for creativity and definitely spiritual activities, because the King of Wands is a spiritual master. Now, because there's a planet by his head, you may want to further research astrology for you guys next week. So take command of your life, be creative, put your worries away, because next week, you know, this is a week for you to take your power. We have the King, take your power back. And the Empress is about nurturing yourself. Now, do you notice that the King has a planet by his head, and so does the Empress? I'm going to tell you guys, look up your astrology. Look up your astrology. Find out what moon it is, because you're being influenced next week by astrology symbols, or astrology, the science. So you'll definitely want to research more into that. Now we come to the Sagittarius people. And the Sagittarius people, you're in an 8. You're in an 8 week. So we got something different. We've got, for numerology, Sagittarius. How many Sagittarius do we have out there? Sometimes by doing videos like this where we do the week, you guys can come back and re-listen to this after you've had your week, after the next week's over, and you can check this for accuracy, because I encourage you to do that. So the Sagittarius, yay, Lynn's a Sagittarius. November 23rd to December 21st. These are optimistic, freedom-loving people. They're jovial, and they're good-humored, honest, straightforward, intellectual, and philosophical. Now, they can be careless and irresponsible when they're not balanced. So in the numerology cycle 8, Sagittarius, what you're going to want to look at is power. So you can feel powerless or powerful in an 8 cycle. You want to try to build it to be powerful. All right. So this is a week of gaining your strength. All right. Getting away from emotional and getting more toward fact-based, logical. All right. So this is financial gain and rewards. You could get a reward next week for some past activities that you've done where you've built yourself up into a powerful position, or a position where you're admired. Now, you can make a lot of progression in the business world next week. So just remember that advancement comes from hard work, and that's what 8s are. 8s are hard work. So if you're not happy with where you are next week, it's up to you to change your circumstances. If you're not in the right place, what do you got to do to change? Get an action plan. You could get material gifts from other people, because that's a potential of an 8 next week. It's not the easiest week to get through, because it can feel competitive, but you don't have to buy into the competitive nature of it. So next week will be the concept of money and power. Okay, so think about how you utilize money and power. What do those things mean to you? And I'm going to grab Miss Cleo's deck, and I'm going to do your week in tarot. November 23rd, so you're a 5 for your core. That's interesting. Look at, we just pulled a 5 of Cups. Speak of the devil. We just said you were a 23, which is a 5, and I just pulled the 5 of Cups. So you guys are going to have somewhat of an emotional week next week, because look at, that's 9 of Cups and 5 of Cups. So first you're going to be a little bit unhappy about a situation, and you're going to quickly become happy. So let's figure this out. Oh my God, then you get the King of Cups. Get out of here. You've got an emotional week. So the 5 of Cups, let's talk about that. Stop crying over what's not working in your life, all right? Don't be crying about that. Look at the opportunities that are presenting themselves to you. So yeah, there might be some mistakes made in the past, but look at what you learned from them and the benefit. Pure happiness. You are going to have a pure, happy week. I'm going to say this is going to start on Tuesday. You might have the cry thing on Monday, but by Tuesday, you're going to be in a whole different place. And by Wednesday, you are going to be the master of your emotional realm. So after this happiness, you're going to seek out people who make you feel good, right? Because the King of Cups makes everybody feel good. You know what, you guys? I don't know why I feel like telling you to listen to podcasts. I don't know why I'm saying that. But some of you guys, Sagittarius, could find podcasts to listen to that could actually really benefit you. So find some subjects that you enjoy and listen to some podcasts, because I feel like you're really going to benefit by that. All right. Now, the last one is Capricorn. But before we do Capricorn, we got another winner, because you guys who hung in here till the last month, you get rewarded, right? So here you go. Another winner. Here we go. Who's going to win? Trisha Fontana. Trisha Fontana, you're the next contestant on The Price is Right. So I will post after this video is over all the names of the winners, and you guys are going to have an amazing reading with me, private reading. Okay, what's your cycle? Oh, this is a 9. It looks like a 6, but the line is on the bottom. So you're in a cycle 9. So let's talk about who the Capricorn people are. It's December 22nd to January 20th. And the cycle 9 is about endings and completion and going through things and clearing things up. Capricorn people are practical, they're ambitious, they're disciplined, they're patient and careful, humorous. On the dark side, they can be pessimistic and grudging. All right, so this is our last sign, Capricorn. So this is the time where one door closes, right? You're going to have some endings next week. And they might not be major. They might just be little. But it's a time to clean clutter. And also, this is a time to make improvements in all areas of your life, even if you don't see a result of it, right away. So if you've always rehashed the same pattern, like drawing in crappy people or the same old mistakes, this is your week to just purify that and start over. So if you have a habit of like blaming people and stuff, guess what? Next week you can put the end to bad habits, the end to bad relationships. It's just a good time to put things away. So endings serve a very good purpose. And 9s are also about teaching and learning. So you could be learning and teaching people what you learn next week, all right? So it's a week that you feel your way through. So feel how honest you are with yourself. What does your life feel like right now? Do you feel like you're on the right path? Because a 9 week is perfect for having you to rethink it. How many Capricorns do we have here? Ooh, Sandy June has January 19th. That's fabulous. That's really close to the cusp. So we're going to pull some tarot cards here to see what exactly is your week going to bring for the Capricorn people. 3 of Swords. There's going to be some delays, okay? The 3 of Swords means that you're going to have some delays. Some of you might actually feel like you've lost something, like something's left your life. With the 3 of Swords, it's like something painful. It can be a painful event. And this is the Knight of Swords. Okay, you guys got to be careful of your temper next week, because the Knight of Swords is anger, and the anger. So you guys got to be careful about relationship fights next week. Because that's what this is about. This is about pain, getting angry, and yelling at somebody. You might yell at somebody at work. You might yell at a sibling. You're going to have to be aware of your relationships. And of course, there we have the Queen of coins, which is Pentacles. So be practical next week. Be logical. Don't fly off the handle if you can help it, because you're going to be on high emotions next week. So when people piss you off, you're going to be like really pissed off, and you might tell them. Now, it doesn't mean your whole week is bad. You always have negative stuff. Yeah, sometimes. But the 3 of Swords, at least this is giving you a heads up that you can turn this around. You don't have to be yelling at people. And this is the 2 of Cups. So if you are balanced next week, you have the potential, the 2 of Cups, to actually have a greater connection in your relationship, okay? So if you just calm down and talk things out, you could actually make your relationship deeper. It could end up being the best relationship ever. It's just, and take your anger and rechannel it. And then look what you guys have, the Four of Wands, all right? The Four of Wands is the happiest card in the deck. So you guys, fours are about making plans, right? Having stability and just remaining calm. A temper doesn't serve anybody anytime. Harsh words don't serve anybody anytime. How many of you guys ever changed because somebody yelled at you? Very rarely. So for all of you Capricorns next week, let's think about all the time that we spend, where we want to yell at someone, and then just all of a sudden count to 10. Give ourselves a break and rethink it, because you have the chance to either destroy relationships or actually build stronger ones. Now, for the whole entire group of everyone listening tonight, I'm going to pull a fairy card message for you guys. All right? And be sure to check back and listen to this video. I'll have the link for your sign put in here so you can go right to your message and see if your week is unfolding. So the fairy message is: protect the fruits of your labors and prepare for the possible changes that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. So this is about everybody. We all need to focus on taking care of the planet, right? So this is the Nine of Spring. And the Nine of Spring just means that let's do something healthy for our planet. So what can we do? So maybe I will take a bag to the grocery store and not use plastic bags anymore. What can you guys do? Maybe we won't take such long showers. I can cut my shower time in half so I conserve water. Can you imagine what will happen if we all take care of the planet? I don't use Roundup anymore. I get out there with my hands and I pull the weeds, okay? What can you do? So let's all make a list up of things we can do to protect our planet so that the future generations can enjoy it. It will also make you feel good knowing that you're doing something for the planet, something that brings you great joy. So, all right. Thank you, Art and Tarot by D, for being the admin on here. You obviously maybe have done this before, because wow, this is great. This is great. Thank all of you for joining me. Now, if you like these weekly predictions, I can continue them. If you say I would rather have free readings or whatever, then I don't need to continue these. Or what I can do is I can pre-record what's in store for you and then put them out there as a pre-recorded so that the lives can be like for free readings. So you guys, I want this channel to be about you. And oh, you have your own channel? Is it called Art and Tarot by D? Because I'm totally looking that up. Everybody go and like and subscribe to Art and Tarot by D. Let's all support her channel, and anyone else who has a channel. I believe in supporting all of our channels. I'm definitely going to check out your channel. So thank you for letting me know that you do things on your channel. So we all are here to help each other. So I want to thank you guys. Congratulations to all the winners. I'm going to type out the winners' names. I'll personally get a hold of you, or you can email me, and we will get going on your free readings ASAP. So you guys have a good week, and I will check in with you soon. And be sure to check in back, because I'm going to do some more pick threes that are going to be really wild and fun. And I'm also thinking about maybe channeling someone who's dead, because this is Halloween month. So if you guys have a star or someone famous who's dead and you want me to, like, we could do a seance and bring them in and channel messages from them, put your suggestions in the comments. And I will definitely do a live where I'll light candles. We'll do a whole ceremony and bring in, we could bring in a whole bunch of different stars and deceased people. So how about that? You guys want to have seance night for Halloween week? What do you think of that? You guys let me know, because I love channeling famous people. So if you want to have a seance sometime, let me know, because we've only got a little bit more of time left in this Halloween month. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good week.